Welcome back to Turn Pain into Power podcast. Today's episode, y'all, is really going to dig deep, especially for my victims of narcissistic abuse. Now, y'all, please remember to thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And remember, when you subscribe to the channel, this is how you start your journey on turning your pain into power. Remember to check out the custom t-shirts and art pieces. This is one of my most recent art pieces. My African Queen. Yes, y'all, available on TikTok, PAININTOPOWER shop. Let's get right into today's episode. Leave for your child's peace. As y'all, leave for your child's sake. Leave the narcissist for your child's peace. It has occurred to me that a lot of us that are overcoming narcissistic abuse, it becomes very hard to leave when you have children, because in the back of your mind, especially like for people that were raised with both mom and dad in the home, like myself, in the back of your mind, it always sticks that your child needs that connection with the father. But let me tell y'all something. Leaving the narcissistic parent for your child's peace speaks volumes. Because a narcissistic parent is not a healthy parent. The way I see it, why would you want to expose your child to the toxic, emotional, and mental abuse that the narcissist will expose them to and will put them through day in and day out? The ups and downs, the emotional abuse, the unhealthy ways of demonstrating love. These are vital things that a child grows up to think are normal. And when a child normalizes that type of unhealthy love, it is very dangerous, y'all, because they go out to the world thinking that this is how you're supposed to be loved, and really go out to the world either being a victim or being the abuser, because there are one or two outcomes of growing up with a narcissistic parent. You either become the narcissistic parent or you become a victim of the abuse, because in your mind, you've normalized that behavior because that's what you saw mom or dad. That's what you saw them do. That's the way you saw them operate and show love. So that in your mind, you've normalized and you are conditioned to think that that's normal. So you go out to the world being prey, becoming the prey. And let me tell you something, y'all. An abuser just needs a victim. An abuser don't care if you were put through that same type of abuse. All they care about is having a victim. Number 2, kids deserve to see you happy. If you are the mom that is leaving that narcissist behind, if you are a dad that's leaving that narcissistic woman behind, just know, because you have kids, it should be more of a push. It should be more of a reason for you to strive to leave that unhealthy dynamic, that unhealthy relationship with the narcissist. Leave because your kids deserve to see a happy you. They deserve to see an emotionally stable you. Because the more stable you are as a parent, the more secure of a child you are raising. We gotta get out of this habit of thinking that just because the person is present means that it's good for the child. An unhealthy, traumatized parent is the worst thing that can happen to any child, because those traumas are going to be put on right on their shoulders. They're just going to be transferred over. All their traumas, all their hate, all their anger, all their abusive tactics, they're going to be pushed onto the child. For the child to be absorbing that type of energy, to then have to grow up to have to heal from that, I wouldn't wish that on the worst enemy. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. So leave because your child deserves to see a happy, emotionally stable you. Number 3, leave because kids don't deserve to see you constantly criticized as a parent from the other parent. Kids don't deserve to see you constantly down and emotionally torn, drained, degraded. Because guess what? type of image that is going to create in a child's mind. Whether you are the mom that's leaving the narcissist or the dad, because this shit goes both ways. The image that this creates in a child is that the other parent is the judger. The other parent is the primary source, that the other parent is smarter and above you, because the other abusive parent is constantly putting you down, criticizing you in front of the child, and degrading you. So the image that is creating in a child's mind is that you are under that other parent. And what ends up happening 9 times out of 10 in that dynamic is that the child ends up putting you down. The roles reverse. The child becomes your abuser, because when a child is constantly seeing you be put down by the other parent, the child starts to think maybe what the other parent is saying is true. Maybe there is some validity to that. And so what ends up happening is that the child-parent, healthy parent dynamic becomes very toxic, where the child is now putting you down. Ooh, you didn't think about that, huh? But I've actually seen it with my own too. I've seen it happen to other people. And it's very sad. It's very traumatic, because the healthy parent is just trying to keep it together for the kids. But let me tell y'all something. At the end of the day, leave for your child's health. Healthy love is the only love your child should be exposed to. Number 4, leave that narcissist so that you can raise your child in peace. You see, half of the time we're out here trying to be somebody else's peace, when we really should be trying to be our child's peace. We really should be trying to be in peace so that our child can absorb that positivity. When you stay with that narcissist, your child, your kids are absorbing all of their negative energy. And trust me when I tell you, when your child constantly sees you being diminished and the victim dynamic that is created in the abusive relationship with the narcissist, he then thinks that this is what things should look like. That if it's not toxic, if it's not abusive, then it don't make no sense. So what they do is they recreate these dynamics in outside places, such as schools, sports. These are the kids that are always fighting. These are the kids that are always picking on other kids. These are the kids that are either bullying or always being bullied, because there's 2 sides to the coin. There's 2 sides how it may affect a child and what it may cause a child to become. So when I tell y'all to leave because your child deserves to see you at your best. How can you be your best as a parent when you're constantly taking the abuse of the narcissist? You know what I mean? I remember so many times that I would look up and I literally would just thank God that he got me out of that narcissistic relationship, because my child gets to experience a happy mom, a mom with purpose, a fun mom, a mom that is free, a mom that is at peace, a mom that has created a peaceful sanctuary of a home. Yes, y'all, when I tell you this is deep, because I could have been in that situation where I'm trying to make it work for the child, when in reality, it's really putting the child in a disadvantage, because now the child is absorbing a miserable you and an abusive father or mother. Woo, child, when I tell you get out for your child's sake, get out for your child's sake. Number 5, leave because you deserve to live a happy life. You deserve to look forward to tomorrow. You deserve to live in your purpose. Let me tell y'all something. I left this last, number 5, because a lot of the times when we're parents, we're doing everything that we need to do for our child's sake. And we forget that we must do what's best for us first, because what's best for us will affect your child positively. It will have a positive effect. When you look out for your mental health, when you look out for your happiness, all of this will trickle down to your child's happiness. Yes, y'all. So last but not least, leave for your sake. Leave so that you can show your child a peaceful you, a stable you, a purposeful you, a you that looks forward to living. Because when you're with that narcissist, they are slowly but surely killing you spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. And when they are killing that light in you, they are also robbing your children of seeing you happy, of seeing the real you, of seeing how you are not in constant anxiety, not walking on eggshells, not being put down, not being abused. Yes, y'all. Please remember to thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And remember that when you subscribe to the channel, this is how you begin your journey on turning your pain into power. And do it for you, y'all. Start turning that pain into power for you, for your mental health, so that your children can reap what you sow, which is a peaceful life, I'd hope. Thank you for tuning into today's episode. Remember to check out the custom t-shirts and abstract art pieces available on TikTok, Pain Into Power Shop. Per usual, it is a blessing to serve my community. It's a blessing to be a blessing and be able to drop these gems and help those out there that are still striving, still struggling, still surviving, and still trying to overcome and heal from narcissistic abuse. That's what I do it for, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to Turn Pain into Power podcast. Y'all have a blessed one. Deuce.